It's the afternoon, folks. You know, I've been thinking like, this is YouTube. I should be getting more views. But I'm not. I'm fine. I don't care. But it really does bother me, man, because, like, you know, the white women out there that be making videos talking about random shit on TikTok. And they be getting like 1 million views, my friend. 1 million views for talking a bunch of random shit that nobody even cares about. Sometimes they just make up shit. Whatever coming out of their mouth, they're making up stuff. And they get 1 million views. You know, we gotta start talking about how these platforms are just discriminating on color, race, and creed, my friend. But I'm over here in the most racist country, in the most racist town in the whole goddamn planet. And Donald Trump is president of the United States, and he is censoring all the Mexicans and immigrants from talking and saying anything to him because he's a big fat piece of shit. Because Donald Trump is a piece of shit. He's a real big fat bastard. I have no idea how anybody would sleep with that big piece of shit. Really, how does Stormy Daniels sleep with a big, fat, ugly piece of shit like Donald Trump, man? For $1 million? Oh, my goodness. You know, I was thinking one time, I was like, my friend, he told me, he said, so you know, Ruben, Donald Trump is president and he's out there getting laid like every day by these white women out there, Pentecostal Protestant women, white men only are getting laid because Donald Trump is president of the United States. And you, Ruben, you're out there, you're like, man, I remember you used to have so many motherfucking girlfriends. What happened? And then he looked at me and he was like, I know what happened. Somebody did some shit. It's the doll maker. He said, Donald Trump is out there getting laid and you ain't even getting laid. Donald Trump is doing all the shit that you should be doing, and you're not even doing that, man. Like, what the fuck is going on with the planet, my friend? What's going on with this whole goddamn piece of shit planet? That you're here in the United States of America and Donald Trump is getting laid and you're not even getting laid, my friend. And all the white women are out there. And then he told me, look, listen, Ruben, this is what my friend told me, my friend Joey. He said, listen, Ruben, something's going on in this motherfucking town, motherfucking country, piece of shit country. Something going on. Something going on because Donald Trump is president and he's out there getting laid, and you are out there in your motherfucking house and you're not even doing shit. Like, what the fuck? Holy shit. Donald Trump is a real piece of shit. And he's out there getting laid, and you're not even getting laid, Ruben. Like, what the fuck is going on? And then he told me, he said, you know what I heard? There was this white woman out there. He said, there's this white woman, and she knew why you weren't getting laid, Ruben. She knew. She said, Ruben ain't getting laid. Ruben ain't getting shit. Ruben ain't doing nothing. And she was laughing at you. And she was like, evil Dracula laugh. This is what my friend told me, Joey. He said she was doing every time. Every time that something would happen and I would meet a girl and nothing would happen, she would be like, you never getting laid, boy. You never getting laid in this country. Because this country's a piece of shit, my friend. Fucking done. We're here in the motherfucking end of times, my friend. And this is what my friend Joey said. He said Joey was out there telling me that she knew that Donald Trump was getting laid and I wasn't getting laid, and she was laughing. She was like, deception, fatality. And she was like, no, it's real. And she knew about all the bullshit. And she said, it's not even online that you ain't meeting girls or nothing. It's out there in the real world too. That Donald Trump has infiltrated and has ruined Ruben Morris's life to the point where he can't even get laid. That only Donald Trump is out there getting laid by all the press secretaries that he has and all that bullshit. Look, I'm just making jokes, but for immigrants here in the United States, is really getting really bad. This is like a metaphor for those people out there facing the problems of Donald Trump and his family and the Trump administration. I was gonna tell y'all, the U.S. military apparatus, I was like, one time I was just talking about the military, not the military, I was talking about politics and online, and I had a guy from the military call me an asshole. So I want to return that back onto him and tell him he's a piece of shit Nazi bastard. He should go suck on Donald Trump's dick. Piece of shit homosexual motherfucker. That's why I'm never going to be in the military. He was wearing his outfit, fucking Nazi Gestapo. He was wearing this outfit and he told me I was an asshole in front of a bunch of his friends and shit. And I'm never gonna join the military because of you, you piece of shit. I hope one day you find out this video is about you and you realize that you really pissed me off, motherfucker. And so, the U.S. military out here is not working the same way. We're seeing the military being weaponized against its own citizens for freedom of speech. The U.S. military is working in a way that is racist, folks. one time a U.S. general who was supposed to be like a guy that was not racist, but he ended up being fucking racist to my face. He said, all the immigrants are parasitic to America. They're parasitic. And said, all the racists, all the people that are not white are parasitic to America. Captain America is for only the white folk, my friend. Captain America is for the white people. The white people. The white people. The white people have all the stuff, my friend. The white people are the ones in charge of the United States. Because Donald Trump is president and he's getting laid and nobody doing shit. White supremacy is really sucks, folks. White supremacy really sucks. This form of Nazism that's in the White House and in Washington, D.C., it really sucks. Y'all have no idea. If you are like Mexican in Mexico, then you have more freedom there than I have here in the United States of America. And if you're Chinese over there in China, you have more freedom in China than I have in the United States of America. And if you are Russian in Russia, at least you have your own people that supports you. Because over here, Donald Trump only supports the white people, the white race, folks. And that's what we're looking at. That's what we know. That it's a real piece of shit country, and one day, when it falls apart, I will be there laughing at all the white people.